Okay, so here I am with topic 15.15-8 for math, and this one's comparing lengths. And I know on 15-7 we compared lengths, and on that one we subtracted, but today we're going to be adding because they're asking us questions about different lengths. And sometimes we have to find those lengths ourselves. They're not going to give them to us. That's why we need our ruler today. Okay, so on this one, on the front, it says choose two paths. The colors are blank and blank. I'm going to choose red and yellow. You can choose whatever two you want. It doesn't matter, okay? So path red. I don't know what it is. I don't have any numbers up here, so I have to figure that out for myself. So it says centimeters, so I know I have to measure in centimeters. So it's the small side of a ruler, right? So if I measure the red, it's 5 centimeters. And then look at the red one doesn't bend like the blue. The blue has two parts and so is yellow, but the red doesn't. So I'm adding 0. I'm adding nothing to it because the red's just a straight line. And I know 5 plus 0 is 5. So the red is 5 centimeters long. And then the yellow path is the second one I chose. And on this one, look at it has 2 pieces to it. So I have to measure 2 pieces. So, and I can't measure it like this, can I? Because I can only measure a straight line. I'm not going to measure from tip to tip. That wouldn't give me the exact. So I have to do 2 measurements on this one. So this side of the yellow is 4. So it's 4 plus, this side is 2. And I know that 4 plus 2 is 6. So the yellow is about 6 centimeters. So now I can compare the yellow to the red. The red was 5. The blank path is longer. Well, I know the red path is 5 and the yellow path is 6. 6 is a bigger number, so the yellow path is longer. Okay, so that's what you guys are going to be doing today. Pretty easy. You're going to be using your measuring skills that you worked on this topic, and you're going to be using some comparing skills. See if things are bigger or smaller, and you're going to do some adding, which you're very good at. All right, so let me get my paper here. And the top of my sheet tells me what Mrs. Montini just told you also. Which path is longer, how much longer. One part's 3, the other part's 4. She adds them together to get 7. Then she measures the red. 6 and 2 is 8. And she compared them and said the red path is about a centimeter longer. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. It's a very, very simple lesson today, boys and girls. All right, so they showed us here that path A is 10. Now I want to see why. It says to use a centimeter ruler to measure. So look at this one is 3. So I'm going to write the 3 there. And this one is 7. And yep, 3 plus 7 makes 10. That's legit. Look at the green. This side is about 4. And this side's about 2. And 4 plus 2 is 6. So which path is longer? Orange, right? Because orange is 10, and 10 is a bigger number than 6. How much longer? Well, I'm going to subtract, and I can do that in my head, but if I can't, you can write it down. But so I'm going to do 10 minus 6, and I know that is 4, so it's about 4 centimeters longer. Why can't you measure from one end of a path to the other to find the length? Well, just like I just tried to do on the front, right? I showed you guys. If I measure from this end to this end, I'm not getting a complete path. I'm just getting like a shortcut, because, and have you ever heard the phrase that the shortest distance to another point is straight to it? So if I were to do this, I kind of have like a triangle, right? But that is not going to be the same as measuring the 2 out, because usually that's a quicker distance, it's shorter. So that's why I can't do that. I won't get the right answer, right? All right, and I'm not going to worry about writing it down. We talked about it. All right, use a centimeter ruler to measure each path. Answer the questions. So this side's about 7. This side's about 4. This side's about 1. And this side is about 6. So I measured everything, and I want to tell you the secret code word for the day, and it is panda. Panda is the code word. Write it on your math paper. All right, so when I add 7 and 4, I know it's 11, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 6 and 1, that's easy. 1 up. We know the rules of adding 1 is just 1 higher. What's 1 higher than 6? 7. Which path is shorter? So make sure you read carefully. The other one wanted longer. Which path is shorter? The purple path. And how much shorter? I have to do 11 minus 7. And I know 11 minus 7 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4. It's 4. Right? I can count forward. I can count back. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Or maybe you just have it memorized, which you should, but some of us don't. We need to keep practicing that. So 11 minus 7, 4. The key is about how long? A centimeter. Well, I know a centimeter is about the tip of my finger. 6 centimeters is here. So about almost as long as my pointer finger. And then 20 centimeters would be here. Woo, that's a big key. So I'd say closest to 6. All right, and then on our back side, Beth drew a model of a bike path near her home. Use a ruler, measure the lengths of the parts of the path, record the total length. Ooh, this one is super cool because there's a bunch of pieces to it. I love this one. So measure them. This one's 1. This is about 4. And look at, we get to turn our paper a little bit and have fun with this. I like this kind of math. I think it's fun. And this is 2. Right? Do you think that people who use maps use this kind of math? Or people who build things, if you have to measure things, maybe someone's planning a rail trail or railroad tracks or something like that. So people actually use this kind of math for things. I mean, this is beneficial math, isn't it? You'll use this again in life, right? All right, so let's record the length. So I have 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. 1 and 4 I know make 5. 3 and 2 also make 5. And doubles fact, 5 plus 5 is 10. All right, so let's look at the second part of it. It says, Ken, Beth's friend, drew a different bike path that's 6 centimeters long. Which drawing is longer, Beth's or Ken's? So nothing to measure here. We just know Ken's is 6. Well, whose is longer? Beth is 10. Ken's was 6. So who's longer? Yep, Beth. And by how much? Well, I have to do 10. Let's write over here. 10 minus 6 is 4. 4 centimeters. That's how much longer Beth's is than Ken's. All right, 11. A path has 2 parts. The total length of the path is 12 centimeters. If one part is 8, how long is the other path? Okay, so this is a fun story problem. We have to find the missing piece. So I know I have 2 parts of a path that I'm going to add together to get 12. And I know one part is 8. So I have to think about what plus 8 makes 12. So I could count on. Maybe you already know the answer. Maybe you could subtract, right? We learned that we could subtract to find that missing number. We could do 12 minus 8. So if I do 12 minus 8, I'm going to get 4. Or if I count on, if I'm at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, where's my camera? It's 4. Okay, so it's 4 centimeters is our missing piece. Draw a path with 2 parts, measure the length to the nearest centimeter. This sounds pretty fun. I'm going to do it. Boop, boop. There's my path. All right. So, whoop, that's 3. I did that pretty good. 3. And this one is, it's 7.5. So we're going to go 8. Because remember, if it's half or higher, go up. So I'm going to go 8. And then 3 plus 8 is 11. My path was 11 centimeters. Okay, so go ahead and do the homework page for this now. Make sure you write the secret code word on the top and turn it into Google Classroom. And this is it for topic 15 of measurement. We are not going to do the next lesson, 15-9. We are skipping it. I hate it. I hate to say it, but I do not like that lesson. I just think it's not something that people are going to do, because most people who are going to measure, I mean, I don't like it. You can look at it. You can mess with it if you want. Feel free to look at it, but we're not going to do that lesson because I don't like it. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.